Hello, everybody. And we're getting very excited about this year's EU Film Festival, Europe's Moving Images. The theme of this year's festival, of course, is democracy, community, and space aliens. We're not going to be talking about space aliens today. We're here to talk with Doris Metz, who has done the fantastic documentary for us, Petra Kelly, Act Now. And it's really easy to understand, Doris, why we selected your film. It was truly, I mean, I have to say, it was so refreshing to see a story of a politician of format, no, I'm in between German and English, of format. Petra Kelly, for those who are going to be hearing about her maybe for the first time, is really someone who not just she changed German politics, she inspired green parties everywhere. And your film relies on new footage and offers new insights into her life. It also shows us the challenges of being a female politician. You're doing so much in this film. How did you develop the project?
It takes really a lot of research to get to the bottom of a political personality like Petra Kelly, with all her restless political thinking and all her actions. For me, it was clear I wanted to tell Petra Kelly's story from the present, not from the past, to bring her back to life and not to tell a museum-like story, you know. And I worked on the film for 4 years. I traveled for months to Berlin and spent a lot of time in archives and to find the footage, you know, and I spoke to many people, friends and companions and witnesses and people who knew and experienced her. And I wanted to dispel the many false narratives, such as the myth of the double suicide of Petra Kelly and her partner Gerd Bastian, because this is in all the heads. People spoke about it, and though it's important to do a lot of research to find the traces and new views on her. And so since Petra Kelly is an international figure, not a national character, political figure, and it was clear that I couldn't speak only with German and with green colleagues, because I would be in this national,
Right. Mode.
national, small and narrow-minded view on her, you know. And so I had to do my research internationally, and in a wide variety of voices would be needed to tell her life story, and including her family. And that takes a lot of time to come close to people and to convince them to help me to make this film.
And you got a lot of really interesting conversations going. You have an amazing amount of footage, some footage that's never been seen before, some is really original for this film. This isn't your first documentary film, but the film market is not easy, and what you're describing requires resources, time, funding. Can you say something more about the conditions for making the film? I mean, 4 years and a lot of travel. Did you find enough support? Obviously, the film came to completion, but was it difficult to actually accomplish all of this?
I was very fortunate in the beginning with the help of a development funding from the Bavarian State Film Fund.
There we go.
I was able to do these important initial researches for half a year and to develop a treatment at my leisure, because you know it's time and money,
Right.
and a lot the archive, Petra Kelly archive in the Green Archive of Heinrich Böll Foundation in Berlin, It's a huge archive,
Right.
and it takes time, and especially it was the Corona years,
Yeah.
and all the archives are in a period. They all had been closed, and finally I could continue 2 days a week. So it was difficult from the
Yes.
circumstances to meet people, to do all these conversations.
Yes.
Okay, we learned to do it by Zoom in these years. Now we are used to it, but you couldn't, especially elderly people like Otto Schilly, you can't fall in because you have always this problem with Corona. I had in my neck, and so finally with this initial funding, this is the most helpful thing. Otherwise, you can't start.
Right.
And so after this, we could continue together with my producer, Birgit Schulz in Cologne. We were able to secure financing with the help of National Broadcasting, ARD, and also Arte, a French-German channel. And then we could find the support of 3 national federal film funding agencies, or from different. In Germany, we have this system of federal financing. So it's a lot of work and traveling, and you have but we succeeded the financing to finish in 1 year.
Okay. So once you got started, you really had to go, right?
Then you have to go immediately, but you are not allowed to start earlier.
Right.
So,
right.
but I mean, this was before we have this new situation in the world. So Petra Kelly and all her thinking about nuclear weapons, about peace and war, this was ahead of the time.
Yeah.
And it sounds strange in 2018. Then finally, during the process of filming, I was in Berlin. Then we had this attack from Putin and the beginning of the Ukraine war. And so slowly all these topics come up and are suddenly in the national newspapers. So,
and I really think your, as you said before, you were making a film that was to speak to the present, and maybe you didn't even. I mean, obviously, you didn't know exactly how strong that message was to the present that Petra Kelly was sending us. I'm glad. I'm going to ask you just one more question then. Petra Kelly may not be a film, she may not be known to an American audience. And I'm wondering if you have anything either about her or about the film, a spot in the film that you want people to pay particular attention to, or is there a message that you have for your American audience?
Petra Kelly was a symbol of hope. Her vision was clear. She wanted to raise her voice to change politics, not just the topics, but the very nature of politics. Her important message was, and I marked it here, people who don't act out of ego or lust for power are inconvenient. They can't be flattered, they can't be bribed, and they question the system. So she knew what it felt like to be vulnerable and powerless, but from that she developed an incredible strength. And I think this is very important, especially in these days, in America and in the whole world. So I think this being a symbol of hope as a politician, this we shouldn't forget that it's possible to make another politic and to have utopia and to have not only these ego politic we have nowadays, imperialistic politics. So she is on the other side, and maybe it's helpful to catch the film from this point of view.
I am looking forward to screening it here and to the conversation with the audience, and for thinking about how another world is possible. Thank you, Doris. Thank you. And we look forward to the next film that'll be coming out hopefully soon, not without any other problems. Okay.
Thank you very much for our conversation and for being invited to your festival. And I'm with you.
Thank you. Okay.
By my heart. Bye.